We're going to talk about gross and net income. Now, gross income is the money you make before taxes. It's not money that makes you throw up. It's the money that you make before taxes. So when you get your first job and you think, okay, I worked 10 hours and I made $10 an hour, so that should be 100 hours. I'm going to get $100 in my paycheck. And you get your paycheck and it says your gross income was $100, but your net income was much lower because they always take out taxes. So your gross income is what you earned, but you're not going to take that home because taxes have not been taken out yet. So we're going to look at Tina's situation here. She has a part-time job at a bakery making $18,000 a year. She has a part-time job at the library making $14,000 a year. She has profit from selling pottery, it's a little side business, for $6,000 a year. And here are all of her payroll taxes that get taken out of everything. So that was calculated there for you. So the first thing we need to do is find her gross income. Now the gross income is the the total money that she earns before taxes are taken out. So we have her first source of income is her bakery job. That's $18,000. The second source of income is the library job. That's $14,000 a year. Then the pottery business. That's $6,000 a year. If we add these together, we get 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 8 is 18, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So her pay before taxes is $38,000. Now we need to figure out, well, what's her net income? What does she get to take home? What is her take-home pay? What's her pay after taxes? All this stuff that I said means the same thing. Her net income is going to be all this money minus this money. These are the taxes that you pay to the government. Now, it's very important to understand taxes are not something that you receive. Nobody pays you taxes unless you are a country. You pay taxes to the government in many different ways. This particular way is through income and payroll taxes. That's the money that's taken out of your paycheck. So the way we calculate that is we take our money that we earned, we subtract the taxes that we gave the government. This is usually done automatically from your paycheck, and then the paycheck they give you is actually what's left over. That's your net income. So we have to subtract these taxes. And I'm going to subtract the taxes from my gross income. So 0 minus 0 is 0. I can't take 5 from 0. So I borrow. This is 9, 9, 9, 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. The decimal is right here. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 minus 7 is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. And 3 minus nothing is 3. So she started out with $38,000, but her take-home pay, the part that actually belongs to her, that she doesn't have to give to the government, is $32,249.50. This is her spending money. This is what she gets to keep. That's net income. I'm going to do another problem that we did in class using a method that we use for story problems called UPSI. It stands for Understand, Plan, Solve, and Explain. So I'm just going to go through this problem that has to do with today's lesson using this method. We're doing this a lot in class, so it's also good to use at home. If you have a problem like this, a story problem you don't understand, this breaks it down very nicely. So Abe earned money mowing lawns. He earned $25 Saturday morning, $75 Saturday afternoon. He earned $100 on Sunday. A payroll tax of $26.25 was withheld each day. If this is Abe's only source of income, what was his net income for the 2 days? So the first step is the understand step, and all we do is we underline the question because we want to know what it's asking. That's the most important part if you don't know where to start. And And we turn this question into a statement. For example, if my question was, how many cookies does Bob have? I would change that to a statement. Bob has blank cookies. So I'm going to do that with this. If this is Abe's only source of income, what was his net income for the 2 days? In fact, I didn't even need to underline this part. I could just underline this last part. I would say Abe's net income was blank for the 2 days. Okay, so now I know what I'm looking for. Okay, now I can concentrate on the rest of the problem, which gives me all the details. This is the planning stage. The first thing you do is circle all the numbers that you see. $25, $75, $100, $26.25. Then you put boxes around all the important words. I would say he earned $25, and he earned $100. And tax, that's important to know that this is tax and not earnings. And each day, that's important. So so the next thing we do is take all the stuff we boxed and circled, and we organize it in this planning stage in a way that makes sense, and then we'll have all our information in front of us with all the fluff taken out. So let's see what he earned. He earned $25 on Saturday morning, $75 on Saturday afternoon, $100 on Sunday, and then he has a tax of $26.50, but that's each day, that's not total. So each day, and how many days are there? Saturday morning, Sunday afternoon, 2 days. Okay, I took all this business and I just boiled it down to this. Now this is a solving step. I'm going to take this information and solve the problem. I can use operations, pictures, diagrams, whatever I need. So let's go back to what we're trying to find. We're trying to find his net income. So net income, we know, is money after taxes. So that's going to be the gross income minus the taxes. Do we know the gross income? Well, we know what he earned. So to find the gross income, we would just need to add all of his earnings. So 25 plus 75 plus 100 gives me $200. That's my gross income. And my taxes, $26.50 each day for 2 days. So I need to $26.50 times 2, and that gives me $53. Let me double check my math. 12, 13, yep, okay, $53 in taxes. Okay, now I can just, I just realized that I wrote this wrong. This number is actually $26.25. Okay, so now I'm going to redo this calculation. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 times 6 is 30. Or the 12 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So it's $52.50. Yes, check your work. So I just need to subtract the taxes from the gross income, and that's going to be the net income. That's going to be the leftover part. So I will subtract 200 and $52.50, and I get $147.50. So I'll just write it here. Okay, so I solved the problem, but now I need to explain it. This really helps students to reinforce with them the fact that this problem-solving process needs to mean something. It's more than just finding a number, finding an answer. It's what is happening and why am I doing it? You know, this is the way that math will relate to real life, because we're surrounded by problems every day, And if you can think logically and understand the big picture of any problem that you have, probably become very easy to solve. So this is very important, and a lot of people have trouble with this, but the explain part doesn't need to be long. It does not need to be complicated. You just need to explain what you did. Now, I tell the students not to use any numbers when they do this. I don't want them to say, I added 25 plus 75 plus 100, and then I subtracted 5250. That doesn't mean anything, and that doesn't prove that you understand what you're doing or why you're doing it. The explain portion needs to be in words only. So here's an example. I added the earnings from Abe's, how many jobs? 3 jobs. I can have that number. Or I can just say from Abe's jobs, and subtracted the payroll tax for each day. And that's it. It's just one sentence explaining what I did. So when we do UPSI in class, I don't allow just numbers because I can see the numbers here. I want you to tell me that you understand why you did it. So that is gross and net income.